What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be giving a personal testimony of how I came to Christ. Now, I'm going to try not to make the video lengthy because I can only fit 9 minutes into this video. Well, actually, 9 minutes and 59 seconds into the video. But what I'm going to be talking about is how I grew up and how I came to Christ. And the purpose of the video is to hopefully inspire other young people. You know what I'm saying? That coming to Christ is okay. Coming to Christ is a good thing. It's a great thing. You know, you don't have to feel uncomfortable about coming to Christ. So I'm going to start. Um, I was born in 1991. You know, I'm 21 years old now, and I grew up in a Christian family, Christian household. My daddy is a minister. My mama is in the church. Both saved, both filled with the Holy Ghost, everything. You know. And so they taught me and my brother growing up how to, how to live saved and how to and why you need to live saved and why you need to be saved and things like that. And um, so anyway, they taught us this, and I grew up in the church, and basically I got saved when I was maybe 8 or 9 and stuff. And I was living for Christ. I was witnessing actually to other friends of mine while I was around. Well, I was actually witnessing to other friends of mine around the age of 10 or 11, and things like that. And so, being a child, growing up in a Christian household and have Christian parents and taught by Christian parents and taught the Christian values, you start you grow up in there, you learn the knowledge and stuff. But when you get older, you usually with different young people that's like that, they see other friends that's doing different things that they want to experience. So basically, I grew up in the church and things like that, and that's how I was. I seen my friends doing different things, and I wanted to do that too. So around around the age of like 13, I started kind of drifting away from Christ. I started basically drifting away from the way, the way of living for Christ and stuff. And so I drifted away. I left completely when I was about 14 and stuff. Um and when I left, I tried to, I tried to basically jump in the world, do like what my friends were doing. And at that time I stuck out like a sore thumb, but that was around the age of 14. When I first got out there, because I was doing the things, trying to do things that they were doing. I stuck out like a sore thumb, and it didn't really look right. But after a while, as time progressed, I got deep into the world where it got to the point where I didn't stick out like a sore thumb and things like that. So by around the age of 14, by around the age of 15, I started smoking and drinking. Started doing those things like that. I started, getting deeper and deeper into the world where I was, doing some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like I tell the different people when I tell different guys that I witnessed to now, that when I was around maybe when I was around 15, 16, I was a vice lord and things like that. And I wasn't no play, like I wasn't playing around or anything, like I wasn't one of those people that claim something that just do it for fun. Like I was serious about it. Like I couldn't stand if somebody talked about vice lord. I was ready to fight them, ready to knock heads, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, let me go and fast forward through it. So, I got deep into the world, and I was doing this and that and everything. And around the age of 17, I started waking up, and I started waking up feeling like I was about to die, and I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what that was, but I was waking up, and I was feeling like I was about to die, and I would be afraid to go to sleep at night, because I knew if I was to die in my sins, I knew exactly where I was going to, and I knew if I went there to hell, there wasn't no turning back, there wasn't no coming back. And so that went on for about a month. Like I would wake up and I would go through the day thinking I'm finna die today. I might look at a movie that had something to do with death, and I would be afraid thinking I'm finna die. And that scared the mess out of me. And that went on for about a month when I was 17. And after a month, it just stopped. And I kept on doing the things that I was doing. And as time progressed, um, I was getting deeper and deeper into the world and stuff, and I was doing some crazy stuff. And around the age of 18, something had happened where I had, I guess, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I just had like an experience. Well, not really an experience, but I started getting tired of the world. I started getting tired of the things that I was doing because all that weight of sin. When you're in the world and you doing things that's sinful, all the way that sin is gonna weigh on your back. And a lot of people don't realize that, but all that sin was weighing on me, and I was like, around that time, age of 18. Excuse, I said, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of living this way. So, going fast forward, um, I got tired of living that way, and I gave my life to Christ around the age of 18, November 29th, 2009. I'm 21 years old now. Now, after I got saved, I felt the biggest weight just lift off of me, like I was no longer afraid to go to sleep at night. I felt good. I felt comfortable. I felt good. And after maybe a month or so, after about a month or so, because in that time period I was praying, I was asking God, fill me with the Holy Ghost. Couldn't get the word out, but I was asking God to fill me with the Holy Ghost. And after about a month, I was in the house one day, and I was on the computer, my mom's computer, and I was looking at some preaching. Actually, I was looking at Juanita Bynum on YouTube. I was looking at her preach, and all of a sudden, while I was in there, some just came over me like a wind, like something just a power just came over me, and all of a sudden I just kind of fell out the chair and stuff. I fell out the chair. It's like I couldn't get back up, like it was on me strong, and I was speaking in tongues on the floor, and I got up, and it felt like, y'all, I was walking on air. I knew what was going on, but at the same time I was afraid. I knew what was going on, but I ain't never experienced. At that time I had never experienced that before. I went. It felt like I was walking on air, and I went to the living room where my parents were sitting down looking at a movie, and I told them, Mom and Dad, come back here, cause I was kind of scared, and I went back to my room and I sat on top of my bed. My mama came up in there. As soon as she came up in there, she started to speak in tongues, and she started speaking in tongues, and she said she felt the power of God all up in that room. And my daddy, he was just sitting there looking at me. He was smiling and everything. He was like, I'm so glad my son, finally got filled now. And to fast forward the time, you know, they left out the room, and they said that that we're just gonna let you, you know see. Well, I was sitting on the bed. I'm trying to rush through here this because it's about to cut off. But I was sitting on the bed, and the power guy was on me. I'm probably gonna make a part two, so look for a part two. But the power guy was on me, and my parents had left out the room, and they said they were, well, they just said that they were just gonna let me sit there and let God, use me. So they came out the room, and I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I'm like, God, when is this gonna get off of me? When is this gonna get off of me? Cause it was on me strong and stuff. And when God finally let me go, I just fell over, and I went to sleep. And I had the best sleep of my life, y'all. Best sleep of my life. And I woke back up, and I woke back up, and I looked at my window, and it's like the sunshine was shining directly on me. It looked like the sunshine was shining directly on me. It was the best sleep I ever had, the best morning I've ever had. And this video is about to cut off. check out part two. I'm gonna put up part two on Facebook and YouTube. All right.